Good day once again, New Heights, and let's continue our study on the Gospel of Luke. And we are now in Luke chapter 8, verses 22 to 25. So, this is the story of Jesus calming the storm. So, ganito ang nangyari dito sa kwento. So, si Jesus at yung mga disciples niya, balak nilang tumawid sa kabilang side ng Sea of Galilee. So, sumakay sila ng isang barko. And while on the way, nakatulog si Jesus. But in the middle of the trip, a storm came, a very strong storm. So malakas na hangin, malakas na alon. So natakot yung mga disciples. Ginising nila si Jesus and said, Master, Master, we are all going to drown. Natakot sila. So Jesus got up and nirebuke niya yung bagyo, and instantly the wind and the waves calmed down. After that, the disciples were very, very amazed at what Jesus just did. Sabi nila, sino ba tong taong to na pati ang mga alon at ang hangin ay ino-obey siya kung sabihan niya na tumigil sila? So that was the story of Luke 8:22 to 25. So sa maikling kwento na to, anong pwede nating makita sa ginawa ni Jesus at sa ginawa ng disciples? The first thing we can see here is that when the storm came, the disciples were overtaken by fear. So, nadala sila dun sa takot nila kasi nga, ang lakas-lakas ng bagyo. And anyone who goes through that kind of thing will feel the same way. Siyempre, normal reaction yan ng tao. Na kung may panganib, like in this case, the storm, yung reaction ng tao ay talagang matatakot sila. Pero si Jesus, hindi siya natakot sa bagyo. Because he knows what he's capable of. Alam niya na kaya niya kontrolin yung bagyo. So when the disciples woke Jesus up, they were responding in fear. Sabi nila, Master, Master, we are going to drown. So halatang takot sila sa anong pwedeng mangyari. So Jesus woke up and he rebuked the wind and the waves, and instantly the storm calmed down. Nawala yung bagyo just by Jesus commanding it to calm down. So after that, tinanong ni Jesus, where is your faith? Kasi syempre, if the disciples responded in faith, why would they be afraid? Jesus was with them. But they were afraid. And nadala sila dun sa takot nila. That's why they had to wake Jesus up from his sleep. But notice that instantly after Jesus performed this miracle, the disciples changed their perspective on their master right away. They were in awe, even asking, who is this man that even the wind and the waves obey him? Hindi sila makapaniwala na kaya pala ni Jesus gawin yun. Maybe they've not seen this side of Jesus before. They've not seen this tremendous display of his power. So they were in awe and they stood amazed at the power of Jesus, their master. So instantly, their fear was wiped away and replaced by a sense of worship. Now, if we were to apply this principle into our daily lives, paano kaya? Well, we can see it this way. When the storms of life hit us, what is our response? And it doesn't have to be a literal storm. Pwede namang yung mga situation na mahirap, katulad ng financial trouble, or crisis in the family, or even the coronavirus pandemic. That's a kind of storm in life. Nakakatakot, and it hits us from all sides. And ang dami nating iniisip na baka mangyari sa atin. So when those kinds of storms hit us, what is our response? Do we respond in fear? Do we let our fear overtake our sound judgment? And do we let fear influence our decisions? Or do we respond in faith? If we respond in faith, yung mga decision natin mas magiging tama at beneficial sa atin. Now, don't get me wrong. It is very normal to feel afraid. Kasi nga, yun yung design ng Panginoon sa mga minds natin. If there is danger, the natural response is to feel afraid. Ang mahalaga dito, anong gagawin natin when we feel afraid? In short, ano yung response natin sa mga sitwasyon na nagbibigay sa atin ng takot? How do we respond? In fear or in faith? Next, do we know Jesus enough and what he is capable of? Again, going back to the last part of the story, na-amaze yung mga disciples that Jesus was able to calm the storm. Bakit kaya? Well, possibly, hindi pa nila nakita yung ganong kapangyarihan ni Jesus. Which means that they do not know Jesus that well yet. Kaya sila nangamba nung dumating yung bagyo. How about us? Do we know Jesus enough and what He's capable of? Kilala ba natin yung totoong Jesus na kayang-kayang pakalmahin yung mga bagyo na dumarating sa mga buhay natin? That's the biblical Jesus. That is the Jesus we believe in. The question is, do we believe that? Do we believe that Jesus can be the ultimate solution to many of our problems? Do we believe that hindi tataob yung sinasakyan nating barko when we travel with Jesus? Do we believe that? Or do we not believe that enough? That's a good question to ask ourselves today, especially during this time of crisis. Ano ba ang tingin natin kay Jesus? Do we see Him as a powerful Savior, able to deliver us from the raging storms? Or do we see our fears as bigger than our Savior? Do we let our fear of the unknown and fear of the storms around us drown out our faith? Sana naman hindi. I hope that despite the many fears that we feel today, mangingibabaw pa rin yung pananampalataya natin kay Jesus. Because the Jesus we believe in is able to calm any storm that hits us in life. Yun lang po. Good day and God bless us all.